All right, check 1, 2. Let's get some guys online here first and see where we're at. Brian Latart's on the line. Eugene Sia online from the beginning. Nice to see it. Brian Racer online. Kyle Swanson always online.
Yeah. I'm surprised Brian's online. I saw him all last weekend, so I thought he might get sick of me. So I guess not.
Guess not.
He's here for you.
We'll let the viewer count get up a little bit. We got some good stuff to talk about this week. Might have a little guest announcer here will come in and step in if he's got time. So
Yeah, he's got nothing but time on his hands, I think. So if he's not coming in and talking about something, he'll probably ask us about part numbers. So yeah.
All right, what do we got? I got about 14 online. Brian Latart's still on. Who else we got?
Yeah, make sure you guys share, like, and share all that good stuff so we get participation levels up and increase the audience. Let them know that the two old guys behind the microphone are talking.
Yeah, you're the old guy.
Yeah,
Give me if you guys are listening right now, give us a little shout out too on old Kraig O'Brien. Make sure his volume's up to par. He talks a little softer than I do, so you can hear him all right.
That's because I'm older. So
all right, I think we're gonna get this thing started here.
Thank you, Brian.
Good evening, America.
All right, got our start going here.
Where'd you get that video footage of me when I was young and had hair?
Young and handsome?
Yeah. Well, hair, but I mean, handsome, sure.
All right, Eugene
That's
Cia
awesome.
says sounds good. Chris Eckelberg is on. Nice to see Chris online. I think we got a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight, Kraig.
Yeah.
Well, you want to start it off? I know you had some ideas what we could talk about tonight.
Yeah, leave it up to the old guy to plan ahead.
Yeah, you're the planner. I'm not.
That's all right. That's what makes this a good comedy. First one, talk about the first SNF, kind of a bittersweet moment a little bit. So we had the first SNF with Mac Tool series kicked off, 2 weeks ago?
Correct.
And so that looked like it was very well received as far as from where I was sitting at a table watching, following along on Live RC. So let's kind of go through there. Good heated novice class, it looks like.
Yeah, we had a good lot. We had actually 146 entries, 83 drivers. That's awesome for the initial Saturday fever, especially before we got another one coming up before the associated race this Saturday.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a good. So Logan there taking the win there in novice. My mouse pointer is not working very well, so excuse me for that.
we had a lot of good turnout. Novice actually had about 4 guys in it, and Logan Moss took the win on that. We had a good turnout of stock short course as usual at Trackside. We had 18 guys.
Yeah, that's good.
Let me check the results here, though. We're looking at the entries right now at the moment.
Oh.
Sorry, Kraig.
Yeah, well, that explains a lot to me. Lack of my intelligence, I can't read. So
Stock buggy, man.
it's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday.
Where you? Yeah, go to race results. Oh, now he's really messed it up, folks. Now he's got to switch tracks. Now he's got to find Trackside. Yeah, it's a good thing this guy owns this place.
I had everything ready to go.
Yeah, and then I went and threw a schedule in front of him and said, "Let's do this." And he's like, So race results. There you go. First day with a Live RC. It's all
Yeah,
right.
right.
It's all right. So yeah, final results.
There we go.
That race director must have did a really good job of that. So let's go back to novice since we talked about novice. So yeah, so Logan was able to hang on there for the win.
Yeah, we had 4 guys in there, so that was a little light turnout for the novice start of the season. But typically, we'll get almost 2 heats in novice.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put a quarter out there that we'll have a good heat of novice this weekend.
I'm sure that we will. Let's look at the my new favorite class, a 4-wheel drive 17.5 buggy.
There we go.
Yeah, we had 11 of those guys, and Dalton Castillo, still a fast guy out there. Mike Nielsen came in the number 2 spot, Justin Broughton in the 3, and Carter Rail in the 4.
Yeah, good showing for all those guys. Mike is mostly a carpet racer, so he's starting to lay it down on the dirt. So good to see he's branching out as far as trying different surfaces and so forth like that.
For sure. Let's check out what else we got here. A little 13.5 stadium truck. That class actually made a really good comeback. Made popped, actually. I think we had 10 guys.
10, that's good showing. So it looks like Riley Becker continuing off, we're picking up right where he left off last
Yep.
winter season, so to speak.
Steve Richter taking the number 2 spot. Richter coming from Green Bay. He's got to do a little more traveling since Dirt Heaven closed now. So he was down Friday and Saturday, actually.
Good showing there for Steve. Good job. And then Todd Pfeiffer.
Todd Pfeiffer taking that 3 spot.
Yeah.
He actually, did he TQ? I think he TQ'd. He was fast.
He was fast. I think he's got I forget. I think he's got a Yokomo truck.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, hey, Jet. Hey, Skylar. Good to see you guys again. See you online.
Oh, Skylar Mandela's online. Yep, Jet's online.
World National Champion Skylar Mandela.
Yeah, they did that at JCon race, right?
Yeah. We'll talk about that here.
Okay.
If you remind me.
I will. Wheeler class, Gregory, Trackside's own Gregory, going to take that one.
Yeah.
Aaron Mitchell came up. Aaron Mitchell was blazing fast in qualifying. The main just didn't work out. Gregory was consistent. Kasarik took the 2 spot. Mitchell ended up 3rd. So there was a couple bobbles there. It was a really, really good race. But Mitchell he came out swinging in qualifying. He was making people a little bit nervous.
Yeah. He usually, when he comes to the track, you're not going to find him in the top 5 at least. So it's always good to use him and these other guys in front of him as a kind of a measuring stick, so you know where you're at.
We did have a little bit of 4x4 short course because it was the Mac Tools series last week. So that brought a lot of short course drivers. 4x4 short course. The only Adam Grott's taking that one.
Yeah, that's Adam, Leo, Adam. Leo's in an Adam sandwich.
And Nick Billy taking 4th, and Ryder Smith taking the 5th spot.
Good job, guys.
Modified buggy. So, no. I mean, there's some big shooters here.
Yeah.
Actually, we had 10 guys.
Yeah, it's good to see some names here that you usually see in stock buggy running modified now and kind of moving up, trying to increase their skill level to have a good showing, especially with the associated race coming up here in a couple of weeks, if not 1 week. So Kyle Kasarik taking that one. Brad Hawk. No, I always pronounce Brad's last name
It's
wrong.
Hulk, I believe.
Hulk.
Yep. Tyler Patton came up. He was running the new, they were running Schumacher cars, I believe.
Remember the newer Schumacher cars, right? So, so we'll talk about that a little bit too. Brock kind of alluded to some of the changes at INS. So, another thing to talk about.
Jeff DeWitt, the 4x4 short course usually only runs on the Mac Tools series. We just don't have the guys that want to run it every week, so it's always on the Mac Tool series. They run the 4x4 class. Mod Buggy also, we had Tyler, Matt Sunderledge finishing 4th, and Riley Becker finishing 5th. And I'll repeat that, Matt Sunderledge finishing 4th, and Riley Becker finishing 5th.
Was that less than a second?
Yeah, they were all real close. Brian Yeager was right there with them. He finished 6th, and Tyler Albart finished 7th.
All right. Well, let's not forget about Dan Jones.
Oh, we might as well finish it off, right? Dan Jones finishing in the number 8 spot.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the novice race. Did we do the stock buggy?
I don't think we did.
I was kind of skipping around a little bit.
Yeah.
Aaron Mitchell going to take that one again. Aaron Mitchell's always fast. And what's cool about Aaron, he was primarily a carpet racer.
Yeah.
Started doing dirt racing. And this last season, he did Nitro A scale. So he's got the full spectrum of racing. He said, I talked to him a little bit. I'm like, do you like the A scale stuff? He's like, they're a lot of work, a lot of cleaning, a lot of maintenance. And then you add that to your regular program of racing of 10 scale stuff, and it becomes a lot of work. You can ask Lemieux about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to be towards the front, you do have to make sure your stuff is working properly. Otherwise, you're just going to go out there and you just get frustrated. When you get frustrated on the driver's stand, the results usually don't go too well. So it's always best to make sure you have all your eggs in the carton before you put it away in the refrigerator.
Richie Peters, number 2. Richie comes down quite a bit. I think we'll see a little bit more of them guys after they lost Dirt Heaven. They're going to try to do some of the Saturday Fevers and stuff. it's a little bit of a hike for them, but they make a Friday, Saturday out of it
Right.
and get the full. That's what Steve Richter did.
Yeah, you stay at the Sonesta, use the Trackside discount code.
Yep, I think it's like $79. Yep.
Yeah, save some bucks.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's a nice place.
So yeah, Richie's more of I call him a robot almost. It doesn't seem to get phased on anything.
No, Richie's one of your most consistent drivers and smooth drivers. He may not be the fastest one out there, but he is always the one at the end. He'll be there.
Yep.
He's like that in Dirt Oval. He raced at Attitude with us, and he bumped up one time 3 races and won the A. He's just consistent. So,
Yeah.
so you did good.
Yeah.
Kyle Kosick taking the number 3 spot. Kosick he was at Hoosier last weekend, did very, very well for his first time on the high grip glue surface. So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Then we got Josh Melia and Skylar rounding out the top 5. So yeah.
And then Bucky and Steve Richter 6-7, and Todd Pfeiffer number 8.
Yeah.
Mike Bing online. Nice to see. He's always online every week, so it's
Yeah.
good to see Mike Bing.
Mike, don't you have a car kit to build? He was telling me about this story at Rug Burner. So yeah.
Little stock short course racing here. Trackside on the Saturday Fever. This is one of the probably bigger classes. 18 stock short courses. That's pretty light for a Saturday Fever.
Yeah, these are 17.5 motor vehicles. So for those of you that are confused between that and 13.5, so it's a different motors. So sometimes the different motor, a little slower motor is a little bit more controllable for you. So that's always a benefit. Just ask an old guy like myself. So Nick Billy taking a win on this one, coming home on the top spot. June Velaruz making his return to the track too as well, about 2 seconds behind Nick. I think June was doing very well, trying to keep up, if not trying to catch up to Nick. So
Yeah, it was they battled for a while at the beginning. A couple bobbles, and that's what happens, honestly.
yeah, so that's why you always shoot for that 98% consistency,
Yeah.
if not higher. So. Yeah, then we got the Adams again, 3rd and 4th, and Kenny Seymour.
We call Kenny Seymour Mr. Friday Night.
Yeah. So he rounded out top 5.
He did take top 5. He also ran 13.5 short course, which 13.5 short course we only run during the Mac Tool series.
Yeah.
Kenny ran his stock motor in 13.5.
Yeah, and there's actually nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of guys do it last year, and they get more track time and so forth like that. So it's kind of a benefit to some extent. So it's something for you to keep in mind for your 17.5 short course drivers.
Yeah, especially when the Mac Tool series is here and you got one truck, you can run the 17.5 in the class, run 2 classes that day and still be competitive.
Yeah. So Nick Billy running a 3 spot there. Tyler was taking the top spot. Can't forget about him, of course.
Tyler O'Brien.
Kenny, Mr. Friday night. And then
Mr. Friday Night.
Nick Billy, then Chuck, and then Caden.
Caden Cars, they're back into the scene, him and his dad.
Yeah, it's always good to see them. That's
Usually Mr. Cars online. I got the Surf Pro hat on. That's who's sponsoring the event tonight.
all right.
Andy Cars and Surf Pro.
Sweet. I got my Hobby Wing hat on. I got my Hobby Wing hat, my Associated sweatshirt. Left my J Concepts gloves at home though. It's not that cold yet. So Mike, are you on Bag D yet? Anyway, he's building a kit. So, well, of course, with the Mac Tools, we would be doing ourselves no justice if we didn't talk about the Trackside stock spec / class. So we got Leo Dake there. Leo's been putting a lot of time with Trackside stuff. He's not only working on the slash, he's got the Bandit going on there. So looks like Reese Adelmeyer's in there in a 2 spot, Justin in the 3, Zach in the 4. So it's usually a pretty good class when during the Mac Tool series.
Yeah, for sure. The Trackside spec class, there's usually a couple of heats, a lot of guys, a lot of fun, a lot of giggles, a lot of laughs.
Yeah, that's the important thing is laughing. It's always good to see people laughing off the driver's stand.
I don't think we hit 21.5 spec buggy because I know I seen Mike.
You had to wait for Mike
Reese,
to get online?
Reese Adelmeyer there. So,
okay.
21.5 spec buggy that's one of our biggest classes, and that was 21 drivers in that class out of the 148 entries we had. And out front, you raced with him last weekend, Mr. Brian Letarte taking the win on that one.
Yeah, Mr. Champion, so to speak, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, Brian Letarte, his wife Michelle were at Hoosier INS with me. So congrats to their 21.5 spec buggy win. Matt Bendelin, return of Matt Bendelin. Good to see Matt back at the track too as well, running in a 2-spot.
Mike Bing taking the 3.
Yeah, and speaking of better halves, there's Michelle in that 4-spot, and Mr. I Need to Buy a Vol, Tony Mervecka.
Tony Morvica, yep. And then Reese finished up in the 6. Reese is usually a little bit higher. I think he got a little caught up a little bit. Mike Nielsen finished in 7th. Mike running some 21.5 from the carpet scene up in Rug Burners. He's been coming down, so that's been great to see him and expanding his horizons on dirt and carpet and, trying everything.
Yeah, it's always a good time. So, all right. So that wraps up the Saturday Fever. I don't know anything. Door prizes for Saturday Fever. I thought it was pretty cool that Chuck actually upped the ante, so to speak, on the prizes as far as the winners go.
Yeah, everybody who ran any short course classes and the winner of the class got this really nice drill bit set, valued at like $125. And plus, he still does the door prizes for if you're running a short course class. You get a ticket every time you run on the Mac Tool series. You get a chance to win some cool prizes. He had some Bluetooth earbuds, just a ton of really, really cool stuff, flashlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great to see Chuck having that support. I'm glad we're here to help him with that effort. And yeah, so if anybody's got any questions about the series or anything like that, obviously ask away, or we'll any questions about prizes and awards and stuff like that. Obviously, Chuck is the go-to person in that area.
I think we got 30 people on the chat. Make sure you give us a shout out, chat, so we know what's going on and who's out there watching.
Yeah.
I know Eugene C is watching, I think, still.
Yeah, maybe my smooth voice put him to sleep. Who knows?
It might be.
Yeah. So good wrap up on the first SNF. Obviously, the second one's coming up, but we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But sadly, after that SNF, the weekend, there was obviously Friday night club racing going on that week, but shortly thereafter, pipes came up.
Yep, we did a track rebuild. That track layout was in since the Buggy Champs. It held up very, very well. It produced a lot of good racing. It was a good layout. So, and that's typically what we do at the end of summer, or actually in the spring. We finished the Buggy Champs, got a good layout, and we keep it in all summer and take care of it. It gives us kind of a break on track rebuilds, and it gives guys chances to improve their times on a layout that's been in for a while and see if they can make improvements.
Yeah, and I think it's great that it was stayed in for the full duration of the 21.5 Sweet Heat series.
Correct.
So you guys could just really come and focus really on their driving and setting up their cars. So that's pretty important.
Yeah. So the Sweet Heat, we got some stats off of that layout actually.
All right.
So at the end of the series or end of any layout, we calculate the laps that are scored